Hello everyone and welcome to Game 2 in a series between Hawk and Pornosonik. Game 2 in the series, we'll see what the strategies will be, as in Game 1, pretty much, Hawk was easily handled by Pornosonic's very aggressive Fire Lord Panda strategy. Now, Fire Lord Panda did open up and deal a lot of damage, but pretty much one of the things that I didn't see from Hawk ever was defend. When your opponent is going for mass fire spawns, plus troll berserkers, plus dryads, plus archers, why not get defend to reflect some of that damage back and also mitigate some of the damage that you would normally be taking? Hopefully, if a similar strategy is used by Pornosonik, Hawk was able to look at the replay and perhaps figure out what to do next. Sonic opening up with an Ancient of War here should be able to come down here and Ancient of War creep this location. Meanwhile, it looks as though there is still no Altar of Elders, so Sonic could once again be going for a Tavern Hero. Altar of Elders now finally placed down. Meanwhile, coming back over here, Hawk is opening up with an Archmage once more. Archmage versus whatever Tavern Hero will be picked up, as we are going into a Militia making its way in and out across the map. Militia not going to be able to find much here, as this is not the typical location where you Ancient of War creep. Hawk going to come in with this one particular peasant, try and see if he can find anything, and since he's not going to be able to find anything, he may be perhaps a little bit confused, as his opponent's base is very wide open. Down over here, are we going to perhaps see an archer trained up? Yes, we are. Archer is already down over here as well. We'll see what the Tavern Hero will be, as we are establishing a scout farm on the other side of the map. Now, is this... No, Ancient of War is not even bothering to pick himself up at this time, so it's not even going to be an Ancient of War creeping, as we are still waiting on that Tavern Hero, and it will be a Fire Lord once more. So Sonic, once again, if at first you succeed, do it again, and Fire Lord Hero opening on Last Refuge, and will it be successful? Fire Lord now dropping in that lava spawn. This time around, Hawk does not have an arcane tower, and oh, this could be very bad news. Can those lava spawns actually get in there is the question. I'm not 100% sure, and you are not able to actually split just by attacking buildings. Also, I believe that this unit also has a little bit of a smaller range here, as we are seeing Wisp now being placed out across the map. This one lava spawn looking for the rest of the army, and the Fire Lord pretty much unable to do anything to any of these peasants besides to back away, as we are going to see perhaps that lava spawn make its way over here. We do have an ensnare now, and yes, we are going to be going into a second lava spawn. The water elementals quickly focusing down the earlier lava spawn, perhaps afraid that it was going to be splitting sometime soon, and this lava spawn now kind of stuck. So as long as Hawk can mitigate how many times that these lava spawns can split, it will shut down much of the early effectiveness of that of these lava spawns and that Fire Lord. One peasant or one footman does get taken down. Archers have shadow melded, and oh, one other lava spawn has been taken on as well. Level 2 on the Archmage against a level 1 Fire Lord. Fire Lord, however, getting very close to level 2, as the Militia have now made their way over. Now, are we going to see perhaps Dust of Appearance be purchased is the question, as the Archers are now backing away. More damage still being dealt. 3 Archers, 2 Archers have been shadow melded, as 1 Archer has been able to slip away once more. Water Elementals are unable to chase at this point, as the Water Elementals are moving slightly slower, and now the Fire Lord, all he can really do is get out some easy shots on these footmen before being forced to retreat once more. Now, coming back down over here, you can see one Militia hiding off right behind the Goblin Laboratory, making sure that if there is any more, he can reveal a shadow, or he can use the reveal in order to reveal that Archer. Archer now down to 53 hit points, down to 14. It gets taken down, as the Fire Lord now looking to come back and engage once more. The footmen still do not have defend, I do not believe. as the Fire Lord is dealing a lot of damage to these footmen. Still no defend and still no arcane vault. So the Archmage and Hawk's units are not going to have any real way to regenerate hit points very easily. This 5-3-3 creep camp could get taken down here in just a moment. It looks like as this scout farm will get taken down, as the Fire Lord now looks to make its way in. Circlet of Nobility gonna get stolen by Pornosonik, and the Pornosonik now may end up losing this Fire Lord as, oh, that footman, no, Fire Lord now down to 120 hit points as a new lava spawn is out. Archmage now going after the Fire Lord. What is faster? As the Archmage now trying to chase after it, will not be able to do so as a new lava spawn has reached the field. Level 3 already on the Archmage. Level 2 Water Elementals against a level 1 Fire Lord. The Fire Lord is going to regenerate some of its hit points and some of its mana, as well as the archers turn around, or should be turning around, to try to take down some of these footmen. Archmage still back, still chasing down the line. We can see that the Fire Lord is ready to meet and greet. The Fire Lord benefiting from the additional +2 to every stat, courtesy of the Archmage here by not picking up that Circlet of Nobility. Hopefully that does not set behind Hawk, as Hawk was just a little bit clumsy there. You never want one small mistake to really lead to the ultimate destruction. But then again, that Fire Lord has been able to pressure out a little bit more carefully as a footman, and will now be dealing with the Panda. Panda comes back around. Perhaps we'll be able to get off some easy shots here. It looks as though the Panda now trying to take down the one low hit point Water Elemental down to 66 hit points. It will be able to hide back once more as the archers have been revealed. And with the reveal there, no more Shadow Meld is effective. Panda could perhaps get off another Breath of Fire here in just a moment. For some reason, yes, does get off a Breath of Fire. Another Huntress does get taken down as the Water Elemental gets taken down at level 5. I believe the Archmage actually denied experience there. Yes, doing exactly that, as the Archmage now has to be a little bit careful. Panda looking to come in here. Panda pretty much now out of mana. Is the Fire Lord going to run out of mana as well? Both sides regenerating hit points. This one low hit point footman is still sitting in the backfield. More mana just being burnt off of the Fire Lord and that Panda. One low hit point footman, two gung ho, quickly gets taken down, and it really looks like Hawk, or everything is going much more in Hawk's favor this time around, as we are at 38 hit points. Is the Archmage anywhere even nearby to try and chase back? All right, footman now perhaps going to try to engage against that Fire Lord. Fire Lord now down to 350 some odd hit points, and still looking to kite the rest of these footmen here. Hawk training up a lot of peasants. He should be able to get them into tier 2 with relative ease, and then mass up a very large army. A very different game than what we saw in game 1, as Sonic this time around feels a bit behind. A level 3 on the Archmage versus a level 2 and a level 1. Overall level advantages are even, but Sonic has not been able to utilize and do very much with his Fire Lord. Tree of Life will most likely get canceled here in just a second. Wait for it, wait for it. Yes, there it is. It does get taken down, and now in comes the Dryads. Still, I do not believe we have defend just quite yet, as defend would be the perfect option at dealing with all of these piercing damage units. Footman now looking to engage here. No, unable to. Looks like they're going to be coming back once more, pulling away once again, and both sides looking to gain an upper hand. Low hit point units on both sides. It looks like this footman may get taken down with the help of some slow poison, getting in some additional kiting, and then snare from a troll trapper finishes it off as the Dryad gets the last spear in the back. Hawk is still sitting at level 3 on his Archmage. Meanwhile, Firelord sitting at level 2, almost level 3. Panda sitting at level 1, almost level 2. And what is currently an even level advantage may be turning into a drastic favor in just a moment, unless Hawk is able to get to level 4 and train up a second hero as well. Firelord is now sitting at level 2, getting close to level 3. Panda is already sitting at level 2 against the Archmage, who is currently sitting at level 1. Oh, sorry, sitting at level 3 with a 1 level advantage. Archmage now going to come back over the top, try to run away from the Panda. It looks like it will be able to escape the wrath of the Panda once more, and still looking to perhaps sneak away in some odd direction. The Zeppelin now going to perhaps come back around. The Tree of Life is already being established. And as long as this Zeppelin is sitting here, it's going to make Pornosonik believe that a drop is coming in. Archmage quickly comes down, takes down an archer, and now drops a water elemental only to get picked back up. There are enough dryads here, though, in order to cause problems and make sure that they get abolish magics onto those water elementals, taking away much of the potential damage. Now, if this one Zeppelin is able to fly overhead and perhaps hit the main base where Sonic is currently not residing, it could deal a lot of damage here, perhaps even attempting to take down the entangled gold mine. All right, it looks as though, yes, the Zeppelin is still making its way over. Heroes are coming back around. And down comes the army here in order to cause some more harassment. Where are we going to be going? Going after the Wisp. The Wisp are now all trying to run away. Archmage and Water Elementals are in position, and now the Fire Lord trying to finish off this Goblin Zeppelin. Damage is still being dealt. Missing on those attacks because of Drunken Haze. Is the Archmage and company going to be able to escape? It looks like it will be able to do exactly that, as we see a quick abolish coming in from Sonic from those Dryads. Hawk now transitioning into a workshop with double arcane sanctums. We could see siege engines here, as Sonic's army, even though it is very effective against units, is not very effective against anything with fortified armor, and that is exactly what siege engines have. Workshop not yet training anything. We'll have to come back to it. Footmen now still wandering, or Mountain King now still wandering around. Footmen are back over here somewhere. Where are those footmen? Why don't I see footmen? All right. Apparently I don't see the footmen because they're all right here under my nose. Dryads getting in some easy shots on the footmen of Hawk. Hawk trying to run away. It doesn't look like that footman will be able to see the light of day. Down it goes just at nightfall. All right, once again, a small engagement by Sonic, just placing a little bit of pressure. And the Archmage now looking to do a little bit more creeping instead. Mountain King sitting at level 1. Beery Frostbeard, level 1. Dryads now going to be coming in. There's the Abolish Magic once more, as the Dryads are going to get free shots onto some lower hit point footmen. The Rock Golem still getting in a lot of attacks as well, as we are seeing a creep of the expansion here at the 9 o'clock position. Firelord sitting at level 3. Panda sitting at level 3 with 2 potions of greater healing, meaning that it will be very difficult to take down, instantly healing 500 hit points. All right, coming back around, we're still seeing the Firelord and Panda simply mow through much of the creeps here. A healing ward has been laid down, and I believe this peasant does spot the Panda here. Perhaps knowing where his opponent is will give him a little bit of an advantage. But the problem right now for Hawk is that Hawk doesn't have any hero advantage whatsoever. Level 4 Archmage, level 1 versus a level 3 and a level 3. Both of them, or at least a Firelord, very, very quick, only a couple kills away from level 4, which would make a very big difference, as they would have more mana and perhaps unlock some new skills. Spellbreaker is going to go ahead and try to take down these Troll Priests off over here. Here comes an engagement. Arcane Tower. The Firelord needs to drop some lava spawns. This one Dryad already down to 68, 57 hit points. 8 down it goes as the guard towers are coming in. But now we also have bears in bear form. Druids of the Claw in bear form to finish off this keep. A whole bunch of peasants trying to keep it up and operational, trying to repair it. But this is looking to be so strong, as we are now seeing a healing ward also here as well. Level 4 now on the Firelord. The Firelord taking a lot of arcane damage. And now what is going to be happening here, as the bears could perhaps take down this last keep. All right, Scroll Town Portal is finally being used. One bear does go down. And now the rest of the army is going to retreat and return back home. Panda, Firelord coming down the centers here. So far, Town Hall, and I believe a town or a keep as well. Hawk doing a great job getting the tier 2, hence the workshop and the mortar teams and the arcane spellbreakers and priests and sorceress that are already on the field. Sonic now needs to come up with a strategy, and in a hurry, as he's going to be dealing perhaps with a level 4 Panda in just a moment. Is the Panda even off over here? I don't see it. All right, the panda is... Where did the panda go? Did the panda resurrect? No. No. All right. Where's the panda? Am I just blind? All right, I could just be blind, not being able to see where that panda actually is. Coming back down here, Hawk still has that panda, otherwise he's not resurrecting it. Archmage now coming back down here and gonna try to take down the gargantuan sea turtles and take a very, very early or a very definitive... Oh, sorry, not panda, it's the Mountain King. That's the reason why I couldn't find it. Archmage is gonna try to take a very commanding level 5 Archmage lead, and with those level 3 water elementals be able to deal a lot more damage. So far, Bears attempting to take down Ogre Magi. Back over here, level 4 on the Fire Lord. Perhaps the panda looking to get all the experience. Now already up to halfway to level 5. That's looking very, very strong for him. All right, Spellbreaker's looking to finish off the rest of these Knolls here will be able to do exactly that. Still more attacking going on here by Pornosonik, Gargantuan Sea Turtles, and Murlocs fighting their way. But I really want to see an engagement by Sonic. Or between Sonic and Hawk right now, as Hawk has a clear advantage. I believe he could actually win out even if he ends up losing, but then again there is this gold mine here, so somehow Sonic has been able to sneak an expansion of his own, and it has yet to be challenged. Sorceress, Overseer, both sides, both armies playing relatively close to each other. This is normally not good news, as the Bears and Archers are perhaps going to regroup and expecting an attack to come at this 11 o'clock position. All right, water elementals are ready to go. Units are ready to go. Mortar teams are here as well, and it looks like Hawk will be able to come back over the top this time around, as we see a lot of slow being cast and a lot of Dryads trying to abolish that magic. One low hit point Goblin Shredder is going to be backing off here, and oh, the Spellbreakers in a very serious bit of trouble as they're not able to deal with this. Panda seeing that level 5, is it going to get taken down? The Panda perhaps will get surrounded. Are we going to perhaps see another slow here cast in just a moment? And here we go, there's a Stormbolt, and Sonic may end up losing his level 5 Panda, even though he did get another Breath of Fire out. Alright, how much damage is being dealt? There's a Scroll Town Portal away. And who was low on hit points? The Archmage was low on hit points, preventing that Mountain King from getting off another Stormbolt on that Panda, and the Panda has been able to survive once again. Level 3 on that Mountain King, now making its way off over here. Archmage still coming over to the shop. We'll see what will be happening next, where these units will be going next. And it looks like the Mortar team is just trying to clear out some of these trees, as the Fire Lord and Panda, level 4 and level 5 respectively, look to put the final nail in this game, put the final nail in the coffin, and take what seems to be an unsurmountable 2-0 lead.
A town is under siege.
All right, Mortar teams now just launching shells of damage against this tree. The Tree of Life already down to 200 some odd hit points. Is it going to go down to 100? No. Bears get there in time. That is a whole bunch of bears. And now all the Panda can really do is utilize those healing wards, as the Panda is not going to be nearly as effective as he was during the early stage of the game. A new Tree of Life is now being placed down, and with the second expansion Tree of Life, I'm curious as to what Sonic's going to do. He does not want to train that many workers and get taxed heavily for it. He wants to have a very good balance, but he also wants to be able to replenish his army if things go a bit awry. Water Elementals, Spellbreakers, both sides still engaging Mortar teams. And who is going to come out on top? That is a lot of low hit point gyrocopters, I bet, as we're still seeing the Panda at level 5 getting in Drunken Hazes and Breath of Fires. Mortar teams now needing to look to back away. How much damage can they do here? And will it be effective enough? So far, we see that the Panda actually getting another Stormbolt there by Hawk's Mountain King. And the Mountain King of Hawk almost finishes it off. Spellbreakers, and Mountain King needs to take down a bear, but this could be very bad as another Spellbreaker could get taken down. There is one Ogre Lord here still by Pornosonik, but I think things are already starting to unravel for Pornosonik, as Pornosonik is now currently at 75 supply versus 80 supply. And you got to remember there's also going to be a good number of peasants making their way down here as well. When I mean peasants, I mean night wisps or wisps. All right, Fire Lord at level 5 has been taken down. My apologies for not quite catching that, but the Panda may get to level 6. Hawk at level 5, level 4 versus a level 5, level 5. And all of these units are very, very low on hit points. If the Mountain King can just get off a Stormbolt or two, it would be just enough. There is one. There is two. Can he get the other hit there? Oh, a beautiful pathing there as Hawk is unable to get off that last hit onto that bear. That bear was able to retreat and return back home. There are some Dryads here which need to return back home as well, as we are going into rejuvenation for many of these bears. So far, both sides still fighting it up. Ancient of War looks like it will get taken down without any real challenge coming in from Empire. Hawk.
A town is under siege.
Meanwhile, Sorceress, Casters, Spellbreakers. A very effective combination here on Last Refuge, as both sides are pretty much now running on two bases. Archmage still coming back around. So far, nothing really to talk about here, as Hawk is trying to play a little bit more defensively. You can see that Hawk is in a good position in terms of overall supply, 74 over 90 versus 79 over 98. Not too shabby at all, but the problem is going to be the unit compositions. The Spellbreakers do deal a little bit of feedback damage, but if the bears are able to get there, that is pretty much going to make it everything moot at this point, as the Panda now needs to be very, very careful to not take additional damage from those Spellbreakers and their feedback. Mortar teams now going after all of these Dryads, as we see Earth, Storm, and Fire now make their way out and fight back a little bit more. It looks like a lot of Dryads are going to be taking some damage there. More and more bears are in a bit of trouble, but who's going to come out on top? Immolation Aura and Sonic with the much larger, much more expensive army. Looks like he will be coming out ahead, but the casters, if they can focus down a couple bears or two, I believe Hawk would change things around, as Hawk is already at level 6, and level 6 on that Archmage is a very, very good sign. So far, Mountain King still sitting at level 5, Mass Teleport getting away, and are we going to perhaps see a Stormbolt somewhere? Nope, it was a Corruption or a Soul Burn to prevent the teleporting out. Now the Mountain King sitting at level 5. Is it going to get off a Stormbolt to take down the Panda? Yes, the Panda at level 5. No, are we going to see Avatar? Yes, the Avatar is out. And now this is going to go even worse for Sonic, as Sonic needs to get away, unable to. Another Stormbolt comes in, and a bear now taking down as well. The Mountain King wants some blood, but is unable to get Pornosonic, as he gives the GG. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening.